In today's video, we'll talk about load-balanced failover. This is a new feature that we introduced in MemSQL 7.1. And all versions of MemSQL will support high availability. The way this works usually is leaves are paired together and they cross-replicate partitions to each other. In this example, we have leaf 1 and leaf 2 paired and respectively leaf 3 and 4 paired. Leaf 1 has two master replicas and two secondary replicas. Leaf 2 has the same, but they're the reverse of leaf 1. DB0 and 1 have a master replica on leaf 1 and a secondary replica on leaf 2. In this scenario, if leaf 1 were to fail, the two partitions that had a master replica on leaf 1 would have to be promoted on leaf 2. Now, leaf 2 has four master replicas, and as a result, its workload has doubled. In MemSQL 7.1, we introduced a new option, load-balanced failover. In this clustering mode, we no longer maintain pairs, but instead, we automatically decide how to place each partition independently of other partitions. Now, leaf 1 and leaf 2 still cross-replicate to each other, but they only do so with some of their partitions. DB0 has a master replica on leaf 1 and a secondary replica on leaf 2. DB1, however, has a master replica on leaf 1 and a secondary replica on leaf 4. Thus, if leaf 1 were to fail, DB0 and DB1 secondary replicas would have to be promoted, and what we get is that each of leaf 2 and 4 have a 50% increase in workload instead of a 100% increase in workload. And we can also demo how this works in a real cluster. I have a cluster running on localhost using 4 leaves on 4 different ports. And I'll go and create a database with 8 partitions in a way that mimics what we just saw in the slides. So we have a new database, and we can see the topology of the cluster. We have 4 leaves running on 4 different ports. They're split into 2 different availability groups. And we can also observe how replication works by default using this query. In particular, this cluster is running in paired mode, which is still the default. And we have 2 partitions that replicate from port 10,001 to port 10,002. And there's 2 other partitions that go from 10,002 to 10,001. And now, if we enable this new mode, we can see that nothing has changed. And then if we execute our balanced partitions on XDB, this will execute some partition movement. It will copy a few partitions and drop the old copies. So now if you look at how replication happens, we'll see that every leaf replicates to every other leaf in the opposite availability group, and each partition is planned independently. That concludes our video.